don't think that because you're married, you don't need femininity brushing up. If we are American women, we need brushing up on our femininity. All right, period. Married or not, you need brushing up on your femininity. Okay, we're not perfect. We all need to work together to be the best women we can be. That's what the Inner Beauty movement is all about. If you are single, it is cuffing season, and folks are looking around, who they're gonna boo up. And if you're like one of the people last chosen for the dodgeball team, y'all remember those days? If that's you, then you definitely need to enroll in the femininity course, because it could be a situation where you're okay. You just need to fine tune some things and soften up, and soften up those walls a little bit, and let the men come in to fall in love with you in a feminine way, in a non-masculine energy way that's not pursuing him, pressuring him. You need to learn how to do that so that he doesn't feel manipulated into being with you, or feel that he's under pressure to be with him. Men do not like to commit to women who they feel they're looking for something. They're hanging around in hopes that he does something. That's not genuine. It's not true love. It's not organic. And that's when things go awry. That's when, feelings get hurt, misinterpretations, and everything else. So I just wanted to let everybody know the femininity courses are not geared towards just single women. It's a general course for everybody to kind of get tuned in with their femininity. All right. I'm adding stuff daily. The etiquette course will be rolling out soon. Okay, I don't like to give dates until the last minute. But it'll be coming out soon, the etiquette course. A lot of people have expressed interest in the etiquette course, so I'm going to do another drive promotion for the etiquette course for ladies to have a chance to join the Feminine Elite and get discounts on the etiquette course. Now, to the meat and potatoes of why I wanted to do this live. All right, so the meat and potatoes of this Facebook Live, I wanted to talk about sexual market value. When I did the post today about women getting older, men getting older, and things like that, I did not use the word sexual market value, because when I use the word sexual, people lose their minds and they hyper focus on the word sexual. So I took that out of it and just talked about the dating market value. And I want to break that down to the ladies, because they have this misconception that things stay the same forever. And so I want to clarify that and give women some hope, even though this is going to be a tough pill to swallow for some. For some, this will be enlightening. And then for some, it's going to be, who is this bitch? Who is she? Why is she talking to me? For those of you who don't want marriage, just log off now. For those of you who just want to sleep around, do your slut thing, log off now. Our feelings won't be hurt. For those of you who are extra sensitive and, log off now. My feelings won't be hurt. I probably won't even know you're going. Okay? This is for people who are serious about healing the black family and serious about working on their femininity and attracting quality men to them, quality masculine men, and for men who are trying to be in the space of feminine women. So that's what this is about. So if you're trolling, you'll get blocked when I get to you. This isn't an atmosphere to argue, but to discuss, answer questions. The guys have been really nice, and they haven't really gone in on the sisters in a bad way on this particular topic. They've been very general and very to the point, and giving facts and things from a male point of view. Sisters, we have to understand, before I go into this, I want sisters to understand that you have to understand your customer. All right, as a businesswoman, I have to understand who I'm marketing to, right? As a woman who's in the dating market, you have to understand who you're trying to attract. You have to understand that, and you have to market yourself like who you're trying to attract. The problem I see with a lot of women is that they market themselves all over the place. They don't really have a target audience, all right? They don't really have the guys they don't really know who they're trying to attract. So therefore, they're all over the place. They might be in church, and then the next day in the club. They just all over the place. They think they want a young man. They think they want to be a cougar. Then the next day they want an old sugar daddy. They're just all over the place. And that keeps them single because they don't know what they want. And it comes out that way in their energy. It comes out. All right. And men pick up on that, this indecisiveness. And a quality masculine man knows what he wants when he sees it. And if you're all over the place, then it's no way he can hone in on you and hyper focus on you and give you what you want if you don't know what you want. Does that make sense? All right. I talked about this in my book. I broke all of this down, but I wanted to give a general. What's up, Kevin Bailey? The man is in the house. Men's talk. That's where men can go and talk. Men's talk. Yes, we'll be hearing more from Mr. Bailey in the upcoming weeks. But I want to talk about sexual market value, the definition. And I've talked about this. I posted a link, but I wanted to give it to you from love because it's a hard pill to swallow. It's something I had to accept myself. A woman's prime is between 18 and 29. Now, who determines what a woman's prime is? Well, men do, kind of, sort of. When are we the most attractive? When are we most fertile? That's biological. That we can't argue with that. We are our most fertile from 14, 15, all the way up to early 30s. That's just biological facts, okay? We can't argue that. Some will give or take a couple years on the front or the back end. But at the end of the day, those are our most fertile years. But it's no accident that is our most attractive to quality masculine men. Now, I will add on to this later about beta males because they look at this whole topic differently. But I'm going to hit that later. Please don't let me forget that. Okay, so quality masculine men, remember what a masculine man is and what he looks for. You have to understand what masculine men look for. If you don't understand masculine men, this whole topic is just going to frustrate you, and it doesn't have to, all right? Masculine men are logical. They are providers and protectors. We all know that, okay? If you looked at my YouTube video, I broke that down very basic way. But masculine men look to produce. They are producers in the family sense as well. They look to produce on a subconscious level, all right? They look to produce. And what woman are you more likely to have success producing with? Now, this is all subconscious on a very basic animalistic level. Is they're looking for women to produce with, which is the attraction of a younger woman. They're looking to spread their seed. This is to the propagation of the species, all right? This is deep, okay? All right, y'all can research all the big words, but basically you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then we'll talk about it later. But masculine men are looking to produce. They're looking to carry on their name, all right? Their family name, their legacy. They're looking to extend themselves upon the earth in the way of family, children, okay? And so what way the best do that is with a younger woman. Now, when a man is in his prime, we're going to talk about his prime, but when a man is around the same ages of a woman in her prime, let's say he's 18 to 29, he's going to be unattractive, and we're talking typical, we're talking general here. He's typically unattractive to a woman that same age. All right, he's a little bit immature, a little gawky, a little nerdy, lame, all those names. He broke, okay, because he's still trying to figure himself out, which way he's going to go. He may start out wanting to be a lawyer, then he turns around and now he want to go to the military, then now he wanted to do something else, and he's all over the place. And that he hasn't found himself, he hasn't found his rhythm in life, but that's okay. And the same women that did not necessarily give him that play during that time, you can't really blame them for that either, because she's biologically wired to be attracted to men who can take care of her biologically. Now, we get off wire because of our society and how we were raised and trauma in our lives and things like that. We get off track of how we were biologically wired, but on a subconscious level, we're biologically wired and subconsciously looking for a man, when we're 18 to 29, we're looking for a man who can protect and provide our babies. That's because we're supposed to be looking for someone who can protect and provide us when we're off work, when we're physically sick, trying to carry that man's children, okay? That's what that's for. Why do I feel miscellaneous water falling? Okay, all right, we're just gonna hurry up, make this quick. Okay, so, yeah, she's looking for stability. Thank you, Kevin. Biologically. Now, like I said, a lot of factors, moving parts come into play why a woman deviates from that, but generally that's what she's looking for. This is why I tell women, and I'm giving you free game right here, I tell women in their 20s to get a man that's about 10 years older than you, because he's going to be ready, he's going to appreciate your youth, number one, and he's going to be a little bit more mature and ready for what you're ready for. A man your age is still trying to run, tap as much cookie as he can get. You know, and you're beautiful, but it's 10 other women that's beautiful too, and he may not have the means to kind of make something lifelong with any of those women, but he's just trying to taste as much as he can and get an idea of what type of woman he wants to be with long term. You might be a fantastic woman, but he's not ready for what you're ready for at that age. Now, this is so important why women should not bog themselves down with babies and relationships that go nowhere in their 20s because he's not sure. And I tell women this all the time. This is something your mom should have told you. I tell my daughters, game. Do not make that mistake. Do not let a man get you with a baby in your 20s and then you're messed up and then he move on and marry another woman. This happens all the time. I tell my daughters all the time, listen to mama, listen to me. I'm telling you, please don't do that. Number one, your daddy have a heart attack, and he'll want to beat him up. But two, you don't have to do that. You have plenty of time to have kids. You have plenty of time to do that. Find the man that wants you. He can put his name on you and make you his wife so he can provide and protect you while you're having his children. Now, when is a man's prime? I'm unsure for that. The men can kind of post in here when a man's prime is. I'm thinking late 30s, early 40s. When he's getting his stride, his rhythm in life. That's when a man starts flexing a little bit. Okay, he's been on his job for a while. He's got a little bit of experience, maybe traveled. He's been with a lot of women, and he's talking. He's mastered his game with women. He's a little bit more confident. He's feeling himself. You know, and this is where a lot of women get intimidated, because it's not that he thinks he's better than you. He's just carrying it like, I'm confident. I'm not that gawky 20-year-old I was. Now I'm a very strong, confident man, masculine man who has something to offer the right woman. So he's a little bit more, you know, choosy, and he can turn down women that he doesn't want at this point. Before, when he was in his 20s, he might take a woman with kids. He might take an overweight woman. He might take a woman that's a little lippy because, you know, hey, he's just tasting the different flavors. He's like, life is Baskin Robbins. Hey, I like light skin, dark skin, short, tall. What's that song by Lil Wayne? I like them light skin, low. You know, what's that song? Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, they just tasting different flavors. But once they come into their stride, this is where women get intimidated by him, because he might wear a suit this day, jeans this day, slacks this day, but he's just in his rhythm and he's smooth with it. And if she's not comfortable in who she is, she's going to get confident, think he's cocky. Oh, he just like white girls. Oh, he thinks he's all that. Oh, he just wants sex. Oh, he must be gay. All of this stuff. And all of that is he's coming into his own. Just like when you were in your 20s and you know, and I tell people all the time, I got married at 23. Before that, yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Yes. Yes. I walked into the room and I owned it. Yes. I still do, but in a different way. But, you know, that youthful confidence is nothing like youthful confidence. And it was what it was. I knew they were looking at me. I knew. Yes, I know you're looking at me. What's up? How you doing? Nah, not interested. How you doing? I could do that, and I had that youthful confidence. Well, when a man comes into his prime, he's doing that. But here's the thing. A lot of sisters are coming into contact with that man that's in his stride, but guess what? She's no longer in her prime. She's had children. Everything's a little going south physically. She's got a little baggage, and her attitude may be a little scarred because of what's going on. And she comes into this brother who is just, well, you know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and she like, oh, so you think you too good for me? You must like white girls. Oh, and this is how sisters talk themselves out of potentially good situations because they're self-conscious. They're self-conscious. They're insecure with those type of brothers, and you don't have to be. You don't have to be. That's why I did the femininity course to help you ladies be confident in the presence of quality masculine men. You don't have to break and run when you see a man, a tall black man or a short black man, a stocky, good-looking brother. You don't have to break and run or get nervous or just have sex with him because you don't know what else to do. You don't have to do that. You can be you and totally lock it down. All right. Okay. So we talked about the prime. All right. Now here's what happens. He's moving into his prime. And so now the world is open up to him. All types of women are coming at him. Women that you don't even know are coming at him. Okay. All types of women. Just like it was when you were in your prime. All right. I wanted to reiterate that so ladies can understand. The reason for the post is that our feminist society, and it's a lot of feminist undertone in our society, and we're talking second wave feminism. All right. In my course, I break down feminism to a T, not to a T, but I break it down to where you guys can understand how it's affected us and how it's affected the American woman's psyche when it comes to relationships. And the second wave of feminism, the women's lib that was, came about in the 60s, they started telling women, put the domestic life on hold and go get you a career, travel the world, sleep with all types of men you want. Well, this is great for men because they're like, oh, all this free booty and I don't have to put a ring on it. What? And she can take birth control and I don't have to get her pregnant. What? This is awesome. Well, that didn't quite work out for sisters in the long run because what it trained American men and men all over the globe people all over the globe have embraced feminism. So what has trained men to do is expect an overabundance of desperate women and women who say one thing and do another, or they claim they want marriage but they act like hoes. You understand what I'm saying? They blame men for everything, but then you turn on the TV and you see the slut walk. Okay, they have trained men to not really take women seriously as a whole, and we have to. Yeah, there have been some factors in the past that made women, like raping in marriage and not being able to vote on property or inherit things because you wasn't a boy. All of that stuff was part of the first wave feminism. We kind of knocked that out the turn of the century. Some of those things were prevalent around the world, so they needed feminism to come in and knock those things down. Got it. But the second wave feminism told women that, look, you can during your 20s, when you have every man's attention, you can sleep with every man in the room and it's your business. It's your body. Okay? We just, you get chlamydia, you get something, just go to the doctor, take the pill, honey, and just get back in the game. That's how you do it. There's condoms, there's birth control. It's for you. You do you. It created a selfish group of women. Feminism created women to be selfish. It's all about me. Even in terms of abortion, if I do get pregnant after all this contraceptive and birth control, I can go have an abortion. It's my body. It's all about me. Well, what about the daddy? It's all about me. What about the father's rights? It's all about me. This is feminism. This is the bad parts of feminism, okay? And women did not totally understand the gravity of the consequences they would have to pay on the other end of postponing marriage. Now, when you're in your prime, you can afford to talk that that rah-rah about, I don't want to be a wife, I don't want to be up in the kitchen, I want to go to this party and that party. That's fine when you're cute, because everybody's indulging you because you're pretty. Everybody wants the pretty women at the party. Everybody wants the pretty women in the pictures. Everybody wants the pretty women. So that's fine. But then you start pushing 30 and stuff start looking a little bit different. You notice your phone is not ringing as much for suitors that really are serious. See, they still ringing, but they just want to knock you off. But I'm talking about serious suitors that are talking about, let's settle down. Things start slowing down, winding down. And now some women have the audacity to get an attitude with the men because they don't understand sexual market value. Your value depreciates as you age. Remember, and I think Mr. Wonderful Watson, I hope you're the one I'm quoting correctly. You said the things that men value in women is youth, beauty, and what was the last one? Youth, beauty, and something else. And help me out, y'all. It was a quote he did in my post. Youth, beauty, and something else. Basically, youth, fertility. Thank you. How did I forget that? Having babies. All right. Youth, beauty, and fertility. They did a study to study how men are attracted to women, the waist to hip ratio, and the breast size, and the facial features that attract men. All of that stuff. They did studies to show that men are attracted to women when they're most fertile. When are they most fertile? 18 to 29. All right. Youth, beauty, and fertility. That's what a man puts high on his list, even subconsciously. He may not say it out loud, but high on his list of things. Now, as he gets older and he's up in his 50s and 60s, that's not as much, but it's still there. Like, he's still gonna holler at a young tender and flirt with her, and he's still gonna do the most with a young woman that's beautiful in his presence. But that's just flirtation. But please understand, if he has the resources and the money and the name and the status, he's gonna try to pull her. Okay, he's going to try to pull her. All right, so the things that you're most desired for start to diminish as a woman gets older. Fertility, her youth, and her beauty. As you get older, stuff starts sagging, going south and left. And if you had kids, as much as you hit the gym, I mean, there's some women that hang in there that look bomb for 40, 50 years old. Okay, but a man still knows in the back of his head she's 40, 50 years old. Like, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I'm gonna get to that, but I'm just saying, he knows there's certain things I can't have. A man looking for a family is not going to get with a woman that is aging fast. Now, there are some exceptions to the rule. Everybody on here will probably popping out, well, I know this lady on my street and she married an older man and they had 2 kids and they were also rubbing Ben Gay on their knees trying to keep up with them little kids. Stop it. Cut it out, okay? Cut it out, okay? Just work with me here. Work with me, sisters. Stop trying to formulate an argument to block this truth. Just get this truth. It's gonna change your life. I promise you. For the good. I promise you. All right. So those things are losing value. And here's the problem. Like I first discussed at the beginning of this video, that women are marketing themselves for the wrong type of man. She's still, in her mind, 21, flat stomach, no kids, and the stunner of the party in her mind. But she's actually 45. She's got a few stretch marks. She's got kids, debt. She's got a little baggage from relationships. But in her mind, she's still the hottest chick on the block. And she markets herself for whoever hollers. Because at some point, she gets to the point where the men her age are not checking for her like they used to. Because she's used to a certain type of response from men. They're not giving her that type of response like they were when she was 25 and hot. And so now her ego has taken a little turn. And so now she's got a little chip on her shoulder. And then and so now she's like, well, I'll date whoever's a good man. And she puts it out there, these little innuendos and all those little things. Oh, I need me a real man. I need a man that can hang with me. Okay, well, all of that is a defense mechanism for the fact that you couldn't nab somebody or things aren't going your way right now. So the guys that your age are not checking for you. They're checking for the 30-year-olds and the 20-year-olds if they can pull one. Okay, so that's all of that and then you have the ones that are they're the cougars, and they said, I want to get me a younger guy. There's a lot of stuff going on with that. I think I hit on that in my book a little bit about the cougar mentality and what's really going on emotionally with cougars. It's a lot of stuff going on. But anyway, but I digress. So that's what's going on with women as their age. Let's flip it and talk about the brothers. What's going on with men as they age? They're able to say no and be okay. They might have 5 women in their inbox, 20 women on their Facebook page. They might have women calling them, texting them, but they're able to say, you know what, I'm good. Versus when they were in their 20s, they're like, oh, it was hard to get a woman to come over. It was hard to get a woman to stay the night. Fellas, am I lying? It was like pulling teeth to get a woman to go on a date with you sometimes. Some brothers just had a rough time pulling them. And then as he gets older, even if he's average looking, he's finding himself in his rhythm. He's finding women just left and right. Sis, when you are these older men, please understand, they G's with it. They have perfected the G life. So they're not like the 20-year-old guys who just flossing and letting everybody know all these women that they dating and smashing. These men move, they stealth with it. They're not going to tell you all the women that are throwing their old panties at them. They're not going to do that. Please get this game. So don't think that you fly and you just the only one he checking for, because you're not. Please understand that. You got to go in the game like, I want them, but see, that's game. You got to get my course to pull that. But anyway, I almost slipped up some game. All right, but anyway, he's in his rhythm. He's feeling himself, and he's doing well. He's financially stable. Now, what does a guy like that look for? What is he looking for? Is he looking for a single mother with kids? Is he looking for a woman that doesn't have children? Is he looking for perfection? No, he's looking for a woman that he can possibly have a family with. Now, here's where the disconnect comes from. All right, because a lot of sisters feel like, well, I'm 40 and I can still have kids. Please understand, I just explained to you at the beginning of the video what type of women that men are biologically or wired to be attracted to. Women in their prime, when they're trying to produce, when they're trying to have children. Now, if he's divorced, widowed, he's older, up in years, that might adjust a little bit. Okay, he'll still knock off a 20-year-old if he can get a chance. Don't get it twisted. I've seen many older dudes slip up in the restaurant. We see you. We see you. Yes, he was totally knock it off. He would totally try to be a sugar daddy because he's always wanted to be that dude. And he'll find him a sugar daddy that entertains. He knows he's being used, but some guys just can't pass up the opportunity to be with that chick. They'll do it. They'll try it. They'll get busted by their wives. Sometimes it doesn't end well. Okay, sometimes they get a crazy, or they get a woman with daddy issues, and that doesn't quite work out sometimes. Beyonce dad. But yeah, so as he ages, sure, he'll spend time with young tenders, but as he ages, he wants to spend time with a woman that's a little bit more settled, experienced, and ready to enter into the second half of her life. Let me tell you, ladies, I got married when I was 23, popped out those kids in my 20s, and yes, I am divorced, but dating for me now, going into that world, I don't feel pressed to oh my God, I gotta have kids. That's a totally different energy. Totally different energy. I'm, at that place where I'm coming into my own. I want that man that I can. Where are we going this weekend? We're going to Miami this weekend. We're going to New York, do some shopping. I need that. I need that type of energy. Like, what are we doing? What's our next project? What are we working on together as a team? I need that type of energy. That's a totally different energy than me coming to him talking about, well, when are you gonna get me pregnant? Like, I'm getting old. Like, come on. Like, that's the energy he feels. Like, he's under pressure to perform. Every time y'all have sex, he's under pressure to perform. Like, it turns him on initially, but then after a while, this is getting played. Like, this old woman is putting me. He's never gonna say those things to you, but that's pressure. And when you're in the dating scene, you're like, I want to get married. I want to get married now. And that's the energy you have. It comes out very clingy, needy, desperate, insecure. Let me tell you, I'm happy, and I have that happy energy, and I can teach you how to have that happy energy, whether you want to get married or not. That's the key. Whether you want to get married or not, I can teach you to have the happy feminine energy that attracts quality masculine men, whether you want to get married or not. That's very important for you to have, all right? And many women don't have that, so they go into a relationship just on some insecure, just everything they do is just pursuing, and they're in the masculine energy. They're just pursuing the man. He wake up, text, go to bed, he text, all through the day they texting, calling, on his Facebook page, stalking, talking to his family. They just inundate this, taking over this man's life, all because her biological clock is ticking and ticking loud. However, his, on the other hand, is kind of chilling right now. Like, he's the man, so he can be 40 years old and have a baby by early 30s woman and be fine, or late 20s and be fine. Society doesn't look down on him for that. A woman in her 40s getting with a man in his 20s, that looks weird. That looks weird. So and people talk about her behind her back. So I'm just saying, because we are biologically wired to hook up with people based on what we need, okay? So how does this hurt sisters? I just told you, it hurts them because they don't want to accept this reality that you have to understand what a man, determine what type of man you want, and ask yourself what type of woman is this man looking for. 9 times out of 10 it won't be you, or it will be you, but you need to fine-tune some things. Okay, and that's okay. That's okay. Just hit the gym, lay off the Popeyes 2-piece, Gigi's Cupcakes. I'm guilty. This is a cupcake place here in Atlanta. It's super awesome. Oh my God, part of the devil's plan. Krispy Kreme. Lay off all that stuff. Hit the gym. Do what you gotta do. Fine-tune your attitude. Take my course. All right, fine-tune. Become elegant, become classy. All right, you talk about you want a baller, but you don't even know how to set a table. You don't know how to handle yourself amongst his peers, all of that stuff. So take my course. I have an etiquette course that's going to teach you how to set tables and whatnot, but this course teaches you how to become elegant, refined, and classy. Popeyes, yes, Popeyes is of the devil. Yes, it is. Oh my goodness, these mosquitoes. But I just wanted to go into that with you so that your sisters understand. Now, here's the problem, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. Okay, the problem is our mothers are not teaching our daughters, and I say our to include so it doesn't sound like I'm talking down to people. Our mothers are not teaching us the truth, and our fathers are not around to give us the real. My daddy gave me the real, sometimes too real, sometimes extremely real. Like, he would tell me, like, you know, a man doesn't want a ready-made family. I did not understand that when I was growing up. I understood that when I got out into the dating world and saw how my peers were being treated or what people were saying. And my daddy was white. He died when I was 19, but I still remember some of the lessons that he taught me. Oh my God, invaluable. And my mom would tell me, you don't talk to a man like that. You don't do this, you do that. Sit like a lady. Talk like this. Ladies don't chew like that. I was like, ladies this, ladies that. Oh God, I'm sick of it. And here I am teaching it. But the point I'm trying to make to you is our mothers kind of didn't give us all the game. Maybe they didn't know it. Maybe they were selfish into themselves. Maybe they just didn't have time. They were too busy raising kids that they too had by themselves. It never fails. Every time I do a Facebook Live, there is a fire. It never fails. All right. So Ladies, mothers, this is how you help the next generation. If you are indeed a queen, then your job is to teach your children, your daughters, game. The best way. Tell them the things that you learned the hard way so they don't have to repeat that. Like, I tell my daughter stuff that happened to me in college, and they go, Ma. I'm like, what? I don't want you to find out the hard way. Like, I would be a loser mother to sit up here and just let you just experience stuff without me telling you. Now, if you choose to do things after I've told you, then that's on you. But I have a daughter in her second year of college, and I tell her, okay, that's what that means. And she's a beast. She is a beast. Light skin with gray eyes. She's a beast in every sense of the word. A beast. Like, she's almost mean to guys. I tell her the game. Her daddy tells her the game. Because she gotta know. I want her to know. I don't want her to be that chick that's hurt and bruised from life when I have all this information. That's what a mother's supposed to do. You're supposed to be telling your daughters, even if it doesn't feel right, but you'll feel so much better knowing that she's equipped for the world. My son, same thing. He just let me know today that he got a job. And I cried because I'm like, he's not a baby anymore. Oh, my baby's grown up. I was in my feelings, my emotions. I know. He's a man. He's a man. He's a man. My son is a man. And I have to accept that. In my mind, he's still my baby. But he's a man. And I have to treat him as such. And his dad will check me. Nicole, stop. No, he ain't no little baby. He's a man. I'm like, he's my baby. Stop it, Nicole. Stop it. I'm like, but he's my baby. And that's why I had to go cry somewhere. I couldn't stand to watch him play football because I'm like, oh my God, my baby, he just got hurt. Because that's what mothers do. We're nurturers. We mother. We do all of that extra. And the daddies, when they're around, are like, oh, stop it. He's a boy. He's supposed to get banged up. I'm like, but he's my baby. He just got hurt. Oh my God, they just hit him. Oh my God. And he's like, oh God, Nicole, stop it. He's playing football. Get over it. He's a boy. He'll make it. He'll be okay. And I'm like, but he needed that to become a man. He needed that to build up that resistance as a man. And he's strong. He's working. He's proud. I'm like, he let me know he's proud. I got a job. I can earn money. Like, his daddy's teaching him well. So, family, please understand, I'm not telling this stuff just to be mean, or I'm not a pick-me or nothing like that. My life is good. I don't need to get on social media to get love from men. My life is good, okay? I'm telling you this because this is my passion. This is my purpose right here, is to pass on this information that you may not know. I've condensed a whole lot into this course, femininity course, a lot of stuff that you guys should have gotten growing up, and I've condensed it into some modules so that you guys can get it. It's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be hard. It's going to take work, especially if you're over 21. It's going to take some work because you've been living one way, and now to be introduced to this new concept is a lot. Having a father and a mother work together to raise children is invaluable. Stop diminishing mother and father in the household. Stop it. Stop doing that, black people. We cannot get better as a people. We will continue to be vulnerable and poor and poor and poor if we do not start rebuilding the family. All right? You can talk about all of those other types of families later. Let's master getting each other right so we can form bonds and families that can perpetuate these family bloodlines. A lot of these people don't even know their original bloodline, couldn't tell you. All they know is mama's last name. They're not connected to anybody. That is sad. That is unacceptable. Going forward, we have to do better. We know better now. So it's time to do better. Stop rejecting people who give you information to help you be better. Yeah, I had a lot of people log off right then and there. Stop rejecting people who give you information. If you're getting this, you're listening to this, and you're saying it's a bunch of crap, I already got kids, I'm older, what do I do? Is life over for me? No, it's not. Get my course. I tell you what to do. In my book, I tell single mothers how to finagle that and get back in the game and win. A lady asked me, and then I'm done, okay? A lady asked me, oh my God, on the post, she said, oh my God, how do sisters win? And I'm going to tell you how sisters win. They win when they listen when they're young. That's when they win. When you listen when you're 50, it's different, okay? Your life is pretty much going the way it's gonna go. But when you listen when you're 17, 18, 19, 14, 15, 16, that's when you start winning in life. That's when the game is in your favor. And you can pull the best men. Pull the best men when you're young and fertile and beautiful and youthful. And he's willing to do anything to get in your drawers. That's when you pull him. All right? Y'all trying to do the whole celibacy and I'm going to wait 90 days to give it up at 50. I need you to stop. I need you to stop. All of that's manipulation because you don't know what you're doing. I need you to get in my course so you can learn how to be feminine and attract quality masculine men that you can actually be with for long-term relationship. We ain't talking about just screwing, laying up, having babies, shacking up. That's not for me. There's a lot of coaches out here that teach that. A lot of coaches out here that'll tell you older women, don't even think about marriage, just date. And they tell you dating, that's their whole thing is date. They never even mention marriage. They talk about dating because they know y'all not going to listen and she's not going to waste her time giving you all her information, all her good advice for y'all to go mess it up. So she teaches y'all how to date. I teach the young women how to get married because that's what we need. We need more marriage-minded young women who are beautiful, not all tatted up, pierced up, cussing all up. You hear them coming down the street, they so loud. In the restaurant, they so loud. They rude, bitter, babies hanging all off. Look, that, we need more women who are willing and able and are able to step into the wife role and embrace that. And there's nothing wrong with being a wife to the right guy. And I'm going to teach you how to attract the right men because some of y'all just, oh my God, they're going to start cheating. All these men are dogs. Listen, honey, you need healing. If that's how you grew up, I apologize because that is not life. That's not normal thinking. And you need to get my course so you can recognize quality masculine men. That doesn't have to be your reality. As long as you're doing all that extra, it will be your reality. All right. I did want to leave off with that. I hope it's nothing else I missed. I'll probably look at this and be like, oh, I should have said that. I should have said that. But anyway, ladies, I love you. And listen, whatever age you are, just stop what you're doing and listen. And then move forward. Get the information and move forward. Don't just get a hard heart, a hard head, get in an argumentative mind frame and ignore everything I said. Just get into this argumentative mindset that keeps you losing. That's the sisterhood of failure, and it keeps women losing. Other groups of women can bounce back off of some of the mistakes the sisters made. We don't necessarily get that luxury because it's not that many quality masculine men of means who have it going on like that just are ready for marriage. They're just not floating around like that. Some of them we got to help get to that point. Some of them they there, and then some of them they just survive. They just here. So a lot of women in just numbers alone are able to bounce back from mistakes. Sisters don't really have a lot of room to bounce back. So when you're young, get the game. Remember, now thy creator in the days of thy youth. All right? Because when you get old, don't say nobody told you. Don't say anybody told you. The inner beauty movement is going to be around for a while. And I have faith that a lot of people that are cussing me out as we speak will be back in 10 years, enrolling in my course, because it'll be there. And they'll be saying, what I got to do to get a man? Because you didn't listen. I love you. to the next time. September 1, Saturday morning. Be ready with your credit card to get this game. Yes, I love you. Beta males, yes. I want to talk about beta males. It's not really to mention about beta males. They just are. And they do actually bond through sex. They bond through sex. They have sex with a woman. They in love. That's because they're in their feminine energy. And they're like a woman in their emotions. Okay, I love you too, baby. I love you too. I love you all. Okay, I fuss at y'all, but I love y'all. Yes, beta males, they bond through sex. They're not like masculine men who can kind of detach and compartmentalize sex. Beta males are so into connecting with a woman. And I break down beta males in my course, ladies. You're going to be able to recognize a beta male from a long way off and be like, deuces. As a man ages, he loses testosterone. So men who are pushing their male menopause ages, they kind of get a little bit, I don't want to say softer, but they switch a little bit in terms of their testosterone levels. And so they do sort of begin to bond a little bit during sex as they get older. But that's older. That's after he's gone through menopause, male menopause. So that's a little bit deeper. That's too far that I want to go today. But beta males, they absolutely do bond through sex. Ladies, if you shouldn't be having sex without being married, but I know you are. So if you're having sex with a guy and he's all blowing up your phone, leaving call notes on your social media, stalking you, and he's losing his mind, talking about he's gonna shoot your family, all that's beta male activity. Masculine men are like, so what's up? What you doing after this? After y'all have sex, you smash, he looks at you like, so you got somewhere you gotta go? Like, I got somewhere I gotta be. Do I need to call you an Uber? Like, what's up? They ready to do them. And that's what happens when you have detached sex. Masculine men can detach, quickly detach. Are those yours? You want to get those? Put those in your bag. Don't think you're going to leave something at the crib, because he's going to find it, especially if he's been in the game long enough. Earrings. You think this is small? No, he'll find it. Shoes, panties. Is that yours? Are those your thongs? You want to get them? Because see, you're not his girl. He has no attachment to you. Logically, he has done what he need to do. He's released on you, and now he's on to the next. That's how masculine men are. That's just it. Understand masculine men. When you understand masculine men, you will love them. But you got to understand them. That's why you need my course. All right. Love you. Till the next time.